Hey everybody, what's up? Just wanted to play a little guessing game, see if you can guess where I'm at. There's no way I'm in Utah, because there's no way that the state that has the leading ski resort industry in the world would ever allow people to sit in their cars for 2-3 hours at the end of a ski day. There's just no way that would be possible. So there's no way this could be Utah, because the state of Utah, as the leading ski destination in the world, has just way too much to offer, and the politics and the governor and all the 104 members of the legislature are just way too creative and smart and savvy to ever allow anything like this to happen in Utah, because it would be so impossible to come up with solutions like taking, say, a model of like those fire engines in big cities that have a front driver and a back driver, and you take a bus like that one size and you double decker it and you put a driver up front and a driver up back, and you even make it longer, and it's able to carry a whole bunch of people very comfortably. And then you say, well, hey, what about we do some ski lockers too, some portable ski lockers for everyone that they can put up on the bus and fill up with their goodies and snacks and extra gear and stuff for the kiddos. And then when you get to the resort on one of these big double-decker haulers, you're able to take your portable locker off into the resort somewhere, and the resorts would love this because then it would keep people here longer and around the lodges and having fun and having a better experience, and it would help eliminate the urge to drive our own vehicles up. And that's why people do, and why we do drive our own cars up, because you need that extra gear, those snacks and whatnot. And so there is a simple solution if, however, I was running for governor of Utah, and if, however, this was Utah, that would be a solution that could really conquer all this. And then those big giant people haulers, let's call them, would be able to be used in other areas in the summer and to help tourism and other summer destinations. And you could even probably figure out a way to stick a couple snow plows on them so they could even plow the canyon roads going up and down. But that would be just way too simple of a solution for a state like Utah that has so much to offer and would never, ever, ever allow this kind of atrocity to happen for locals and tourists from all around the world, right? So see if you can guess where I'm at, and if you figure it out, go to that place and write letters and tell them, hey, you guys should talk to Govey Wovey and just make him your governor, because he's on top of this stuff, he's aware of it, and he seems to be the only one who can come up with solutions that are for everybody, rather than just a $2 billion gondola up Little Cottonwood Canyon that is actually just a ruse so that a part of another resort on the other side of the mountain, who is building a development way too low, can actually add a gondola from there, aka Mayflower, Deer Valley, over to Little Cottonwood Canyon. But they don't want to build that first, because if they built that first and then tried building the gondola in Little Cottonwood Canyon, everyone would really freak out. So they have to sneak it up Little Cottonwood Canyon first and then connect it over to Mayflower, Deer Valley, so that development doesn't die because it's too low for a ski resort. So they have to build a super gondola so they can cannibalize off Alta, Snowbird, and whatnot. Now, gondolas can be amazing, and there is the right place for a gondola in Utah, but going up Little Cottonwood Canyon with a gondola is not it. It's too windy. The winds up there change back and forth on a dime. If I ride my bike up that canyon all the time, my bicycle, and I can tell you, anyone who's ever ridden a bike up there can speak to how the wind blows back and forth. And you build a gondola up there, you're probably going to have a lot of challenges with wind, and people are going to be sitting up there stuck in wind delay gondolas with people they don't know, and they're going to have to use the bathroom, and it's going to be uncomfortable. So you know what, why don't we talk about getting me in there as Govey Wovey We'll build these double-decker models with a front driver, a rear driver, portable lockers, and we'll even put restrooms on them. So at the end of a day of skiing, you've got a comfortable place to go, your snacks you brought waiting for you, family, friends, and fun. And we can build a lot of these, a lot of them, for that same $2 billion. And then we can get so good at them that we can even sell them to other states and other countries. And it'll just be the model for how to deal with these awesome winters we get. Not just here in this place, but everywhere else. So anyway, it's an atrocity, it's a bummer, but it's happening because Utah is being cannibalized by deceptive outside interests in many different ways. We know the Utah ski industry is amazing. We know Snowbird, Alta, the Sawtooth, Brighton, Park City, Deer Valley is amazing. There are amazing things happening at Deer Valley, but it needs to be done right. And you know, maybe the ride gondola goes from Parley's Canyon over the summits and the ridges all the way to American Fork Canyon. You could build a very big garage up Parley's Canyon without causing any issues, and the whole gondola would pretty much be invisible and just blend right in with all the other lifts and serve a massive area. And then we can bring the ski industry back in-house rather than see it being farmed out to outside interests. So let's get me in there as Govey-Wovey. Let's get this stuff happening. Let's get on top of this. And all these imposters from the governor's office down who have allowed this tragedy and the tragedies of the courthouse to happen, you know, they can finally go to the place they need to go, which is probably federal prison for a very, very long time, if not the rest of their lives. And there are thousands of them in every state, these corrupt judges, attorneys, guardian ad litem, psychologists, mediators, third-party supervisors, the judiciaries, on and on and on. So here's a good sign, here's a good thing. Let's make this happen and watch these parking lots clear out and people have a good fun time, and watch the wonders that brings to this special place. Anyway, thanks a ton, and have a good one. Hey, and here's another fun thought. How about to give Ski Patrol a little bit of help in avalanche mitigation? We get some of those F-35 Lightning IIs out of Hill Air Force Base, or some F-16s, and we just have them do a loop or two through the canyon, popping the sound barrier as they do so. A shockwave that could probably handle a whole bunch of avalanche mitigation challenges all at once. That might be a lot of fun. And hey, maybe it would be easier on wildlife if that's a concern for people. One good boom instead of a whole bunch of them. Either way, avalanche mitigation is real and it is a challenge, but since those jets are already in the sky about 5 minutes away from these two big canyons, seems like we ought to just let them, at Ski Patrol's request, tear up and down the canyon a couple times, popping that sound barrier, and boom, and then swoop, and we got it all squared away. Rope drop.